This isn't just happening in Iran. This war could reach your home through food shortages, rising prices, and global instability. There was a man in Iran, a man who held the country together after Khamenei, who never left the negotiating table despite backlash. Israel feared him, not because he was aggressive, but because he was wise. Israeli media and the Israeli Defense Forces have claimed that this man has been killed. Iran has confirmed the death of Ali Larijani, its powerful national security chief, after Israel stated he was killed in an airstrike. As Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, Ali Larijani was killed along with his son. He is no longer alive. But the real question is not whether he was killed. The question is, why now? At a time when U.S. President Donald Trump speaks in media briefings about ending the war, even praising the intelligence of the Iranian people, calling them high IQ and smart players, there appears to be a contradiction. On one hand, there is talk of de-escalation to stabilize markets. On the other, Israel launches attacks. Meanwhile, China and Russia seem to prefer a prolonged conflict that draws the United States deeper into engagement. Israel, at the same time, continues its operations. There is another dimension that is largely ignored. This war is not just happening on television screens or social media, it is being brought closer to ordinary people. What we are seeing in Iran, Lebanon, Gaza, and Ukraine are only visible fronts. Behind them, other conflicts are being prepared. This is not a recent development. Some argue that such geopolitical patterns were designed long ago. In March 2026, Israel reportedly struck a target inside Iran, resulting in the death of Ali Larijani and his son Morteza. So, who was Ali Larijani? According to various reports, he was considered one of the most powerful figures in Iran. After Khamenei, he played a key role in maintaining unity. Some sources even described him as a de facto leader. Leadership in such contexts comes not from aggression, but from pragmatism, the ability to make calculated decisions under pressure. Larijani was known as a pragmatic figure. He was involved in the 2015 U.S.-Iran nuclear deal and was leading negotiations in Oman as recently as February 2026. Many believed that if the United States needed a diplomatic exit from the conflict, Larijani was one of the few capable of facilitating it. Looking at the U.S. position, President Trump appears to be seeking an exit from the conflict. NATO allies have shown reluctance. France has stated it is not their war, and the UK has limited its support to defensive purposes. The U.S. economy is already under strain and may not sustain prolonged pressure. Public opinion in the U.S. is shifting, with growing fatigue toward the war. Internal dissent is emerging, including resignations from key officials, some warning that attacking Iran was a mistake. All this suggests that the U.S. is looking for a way out. If Larijani could have enabled that exit, why would he be targeted at this moment? One possible explanation lies in the strategic dynamics between the U.S. and Israel. Between 2023 and 2025, the U.S. provided Israel with billions of dollars in military aid. If their interests diverge over Iran, these partnerships could be affected. For decades, Israel has sought U.S. involvement against Iran to establish regional dominance. However, if the U.S. withdraws, Iran's influence could grow, something Israel wants to prevent. Another critical factor is the Strait of Hormuz. This is not only a route for oil, but also for essential commodities like ammonia and urea, which are crucial for agriculture. Disruptions here could lead to fertilizer shortages, reduced crop yields, and ultimately a global food crisis. Reports suggest fertilizer prices have already surged significantly. Farmers unable to access fertilizers may not be able to grow crops, which could lead to shortages in food supply worldwide in the coming months. This highlights a deeper concern. Modern conflicts are not just about weapons, they directly affect food security, economies, and everyday life. The final part of the narrative introduces a broader and more controversial perspective that global conflicts follow long-term strategic patterns shaped by powerful groups over time. These claims reference historical figures and theories about planned global conflicts and ideological control. However, such interpretations are widely debated and not universally accepted. They should be approached critically and examined carefully against verified historical evidence.